Homes in Remax. I'm dressed down today. Normally you guys see me more dressed up attire, but it's inspection day, so don't have to worry about dressing up too much today. But what I want to talk today about is that magical word, assessments. I've been talking to a lot of people and they've been complaining, oh, my taxes are too high, my taxes are too high. I agree. I hate paying taxes too. Who likes paying taxes? Right? I completely and utterly agree with that, hands down. But I must say one thing. This is the first time in a long time the assessments are even close to what the houses are going for. Right? I mean, now, look at these homes in Surrey, for instance. You know, they're going for $850, some $900. You look at the assessed value, what is it, $650, $550, $700? But they're selling for $300,000 or $400,000 more, right? And, you know, as a realtor, one of the most frustrating things is when you have a buyer, and the buyer's like, we're about to put an offer in, and the buyer says, well, what's the assessment at? Now, say the home is on the market right now for, let's just say, $900,000. You know, you might be putting an offer in for $850, but then the buyer throws in there, which they're rightly to do, right? But then they say, you know, well, what's the assessed value at? What's the assessment say? Now, when we go back to them and say, well, the assessment says the property is worth $580 or $690, what are we really going to say? Right? I mean, it creates a little bit of a headache of, you know, well, the assessment only says $690, but, you know, property selling for around $850, $900. And then you get into that little battle with your own client about assessment versus market value. And don't get me wrong, I'm all for getting the best deal for my client. 100%, and we will use any tactic we have to get that deal. But it is frustrating for an agent at times when the client, you know, or when people just base value on assessment. Now, when we go to, it goes reverse for both angles, right? I mean, when you obviously go to sell your home, you're never really worried about assessment. You're like, oh, that's assessed value. That means nothing. That means nothing. But when you go to buy, then you're like, oh, what's the assessment say? Right? So it's quite funny because when you're working with the sellers, they don't care about the assessment. But when you're working with the buyers, when that seller turns into a buyer, then they start worrying about assessment. So what I'm getting at is I'm not so shocked that the assessed values jumped so much, because that's what was happening. I mean, this market that happened this summer, hey, well, you know what? That's what caused it to jump up so much. You know, people that sold their homes for a crazy amount, right? And good for them, right? But those are what caused the assessments to jump so high. And it's the first time in a long time, especially that I can remember, that the assessments are closer to what the homes are selling for, right? So yeah, you gotta pay more taxes. I understand, it's annoying. I gotta pay more taxes too. But this is just my rant on assessments. I mean, if you still feel your value, the assessed value is too high, then, like I said before, you have the right to appeal it. Go take those steps and appeal it and try to get that reduced. But my argument today, well, my rant today is not about reducing your assessment, it's understanding the assessment in today's market, that it is actually closer to what homes are selling for. And actually, you know, when I go to sell a property and I say what the assessment is, it's actually closer to what the value is. Because I'm telling you, in the last couple of months, these homes that blasted for, you know, $700,000, you know, now became $900,000. The assessment is only still $540, right? I mean, I'm not a mortgage broker, but I don't know if it made a big impact with the bank saying, well, the assessment's only this much. I don't know if you can finance it. So I'm not a mortgage broker, so I don't know about that aspect. But I'm saying, as a realtor, this is a little bit of welcoming news to me, at least. That the assessments are actually more accurate, more so than they were before. It does help us now market the property, understand the property. And when we go to, you know, being a buyer's agent or a seller's agent, you know, it just puts another tool at our disposal when it gives us at least a rebuttal when people say, well, what's this assessed value, what's that, what's this. So I know they're making this video quite long, but yeah, that's what I really want to talk about. Understanding the assessment. It has jumped up a lot. I completely understand. It's annoying, especially if you're not planning to sell your property. Right? If you're not planning to sell your property, then yeah, it's the most annoyingest thing ever, because now you just, you know, pay more taxes. But if you are planning to sell your property soon, well, it's not a bad thing, right? Because you're going to use that to price your home. So that is my little rant of the day in this nice casual Friday. So I will make my next video sometime soon. Until then, this is Jeff Chada with JC Homes and Remax Blueprint Realty. Talk to you guys soon. Have a great weekend. Bye.